guys? It's Thomas Massa coming at you with another WannaB Outdoors video. Out here with my dad today, we're gonna do some walleye fishing. First time I've been out in the new boat. How many times have you had it out? 3, 4? A couple weeks. Yeah, so pretty new. Still trying to get all the electronics set up the way we want. There's also something with the charging on the battery when we're running the kicker motor. So we've got some stuff to figure out, but hopefully we can still go catch some fish. Catch you guys in spot number 1.
First with that deck. And it could be that stuff that you're seeing, but
Fish?
fish. It's a good one. It ain't no catfish.
I don't think so either. It's hard to tell before the snap weight's off, but I don't feel like. Nope, well, not at that line angle. Not at that line angle there. And what I mean by that is like, so catfish dive when they get hooked. They dive down bad. Oh, there it is. Not a giant. Smoked it. He swiped at it a little bit, but he got all them hooks. You just want to grab him? Look at how he's hooked. He's got all 3 of them. Might as well not get this thing in the net.
You want to get all 3 of those?
Not that bad. I bet he's a slot. From the ones I was looking at yesterday, I'd say. Huh?
I bet he was just a smooth one.
19 and a half. That's my guess. 19 and a half. 20 and a quarter is your guess? Either way, I mean, we might not take him on tournament day, but either way, we'll take him now. Oh, he's 21. He is 21. Both wrong. Not the one you want on tournament day, but we'll take him today. Where's the live well? Which one? That was fun. That's about how fast it was with Chad yesterday. In fact, we didn't even have all the rods out yet. Yeah, probably is time for that. I hooked a rock. I'm gonna hook this lead right here, probably.
Yeah, that'd be another good reason why I have to.
Oh no, there's a fish. It's a whopper. It's a giant.
Yep, I told you. Don't believe me, damn it.
It's full of water.
Yeah, you've been dragging him for a while.
Oh, he swam away right away though.
You don't swim that.
Wow, that was tiny. Well, I'll put it back out then. Not anymore, I'm not. Wow.
I know, right?
This is fun.
Yes,
Well, what do you want to put on? What are we thinking for the board inside?
WannaB. You got purple cougar there.
Some muddy color. Oh, fish!
Silver?
Yep. Little white bass. Sweet. On blue scale. Oh, that's a nice fish. Gone? Awesome. White bass. Oh yeah, he is. It's a whopper. Oh, it's actually the right kind.
That's how they've been made.
No, not really. What is up, guys? It's Thomas Massa. As you can see, I'm just finishing editing up this video here behind me. It's been probably 3 weeks since we went fishing, so I'm really going to try to remember what lures we're using and stuff like that, but I kind of just want to run through all that. Last week I promised to do kind of a run through on trolling and just the basics of what it is and how we do it. I'm going to start with the very, very basics. So there's kind of like 3 main ways to fish as I see it. You can cast out and just let your lure sit there, which is like waiting for the fish to come to you. You can cast out and reel it back in, which is like you're doing all the reeling, you're doing all the bait moving to get those fish to come after your lure. And then there's trolling, which is what we're doing. And in trolling, the boat's doing all the movement. So you're sitting in the boat, and we have a little kicker in the back, and then we have a front electric too, and we're going anywhere from 1.5 miles an hour to 2.5 miles an hour, and we're just pulling along crankbaits, and I've got one here actually. This is nothing like what we're using in the boat, but it's going to help me describe the general basics of a crankbait. So as you're going along at 1.5 to 2.5 miles an hour, you've got the actual bait part here, and you've got the bill, which is this little piece here on this one. And what happens is your line attachment point, I don't know if you can see it, it's like right there at the base of the bill and the lure, right there. And you attach your line there, so then as you pull this through the water, obviously it's going to pull like this, like that water is going to catch that bill, and it's going to deflect off of it. And the bill is actually, the water deflection off the bill is so strong that this thing will actually kick side to side as it goes through the water. And that's kind of how crankbaits work. Obviously, we weren't using stuff that was this small. We were using crankbaits like that. But that's kind of the general basics of how trolling works. Obviously, there's way more that goes into it than that. Like this one here, as you can see, dives 0 to 2.5 feet, which wouldn't have done us a whole lot of good when we were fishing in 32 feet. So how we solve that problem is, there's 2 different ways. We've got lead core line, which actually has like lead in the middle of the line. It's a nylon line with a piece of lead running through the middle of it, which works okay for anywhere from 5 feet of water all the way out to 20. But when you get to 20 feet, you're letting out 100 feet of line to get those lures all the way down there, and then it starts to not work so good past 20 feet. We were fishing in 32, so how are we doing that? We actually have 8-ounce snap weights, and we'll use braided line, and we'll tie a loop into the braided line, and we'll put those snap weights in the line, and then you let the snap weight down, and it's heavy enough that it'll sink down farther and faster, then the crankbait can pull back on the line. So you can then basically, essentially how I like to think of it is you're putting your rod tip where that snap weight is, and then you're running the crankbait back from there. Basically you're putting your rod tip 32 feet under the water, and then the crankbait's running down another 5 or 6 feet. So that's kind of how we deal with diving depths on crankbaits. The baits we were using, which we didn't have any great luck, we caught that 120-incher on a deep husky jerk, and we caught a couple dinks on flicker shads. Those were up shallower on the lead core rods, which you can hear in the video. The line running through the eyelets, you can hear how stiff that line is, not slaps around because it's got that lead in the middle of it, versus the line out deep when we were fishing out there is just that braid, but then you've got to take those snap weights off. There's one last thing I want to talk about, and that's those red things that are sitting off the side of the boat way over there. Those are called boards. They basically work in the same way that this crankbait uses water displacement to pull itself down and kick itself off to the side. Those boards basically just turn that thing sideways, and it's going to obviously deflect to the side. It's the same concept of using the water to push something as you're moving, except they just push away from the boat way out to the side, and then you can get that lure 20-30 yards away from the boat and run it right back there, because obviously if you run everything behind the boat, you're going to get tangled up. So the whole idea is get that line out away from the boat, away from your other lines, and just let it go. The tough thing with that is you can't really put any weights on those because those boards start to sink at a certain point. So we kind of just have to run 150 feet of line out on those, and they'll get down there 20 feet or so, something like that. Kind of a big guess there. There's a lot that goes into it. It's complicated stuff. That's why it's taken years to kind of perfect what we've got going on, and obviously we don't have it perfected because we went out and caught 120-incher. But I can guarantee you that the next video that comes out, we do catch some more fish than this one. We were kind of on a struggle bus this day, but yeah, the next video that comes out is actually pre-fishing for our big walleye tournament. So that should be pretty sick. I know we caught some nice fish. I actually have a picture of me and my brother holding some of the fish we caught, and yeah, it was a better day. And then the tournament is after that, and that was even better yet. It just keeps getting better. So finally starting to figure them out. Catch you guys next week in that video.